Okay, so we are live. We are live. We are live. You guys get in here. Get in here. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the third installment of DreViews. If you have not been here for my MVPs and VIPs, y'all already know what to do and how to get this thing popping. Hashtag music is life in the comments. Hashtag music is life in the comments. Welcome in. Welcome my returners as well as my newbies. You guys are in for a big treat. So, as you all know by now, I love music. I love all kinds of music. Y'all know I sing on my channel often. I try to sing. And music is life. Well, I wanted to incorporate interviews with some pretty dope music artists that I have met and I know as well into this channel. They are all across the United States, and who knows, maybe one day I'll be interviewing artists from all over the world. So it's going to be music reviews, but y'all know it's my twist to it with my name, so it's DreViews. And I hope you guys enjoy meeting some of these dope artists as much as I do. Today's topic is the Big YL Leggo. So what I'm going to do is I am going to drop some hot fire on y'all ears. Y'all already know how I do. If I tell you it's fire, it is fire. I'm going to play some clips. I'm just going to give y'all a taste. I'm not going to give y'all the whole thing. You're going to have to go and search to find the whole thing. So I'm going to play a taste of the fire that we got waiting behind backstage for you guys, and then we're going to get the interview started. Let's go.
It's YL, yeah. Yo, this one called Centipede. Some light rap, whatever, you know what I'm saying? A couple melodies, whatever. It's not major, Look. Had to put my feelings all up in a rap. Yeah. Just trying to find love. Ooh. And I've been searching for a minute for a hit of that. Yeah. Just trying to find plugs. Ooh. It really is a drug when you in it. Yeah. Men are only dogs after a cat done left them bitten. Yeah. But really, what's the difference? What? It all go round and round. I may get lost for a while, but I hurry through depression and get right back to the Venice. Hold up. I'm searching for the soul I lost a while back. Midnight train. Girl, you know that you was glowing way before you put your makeup on. And I'm hoping you don't take it wrong, cause I ain't just a boy, you finna boy, you tryna take you home. Talking about how I'ma make you moan. Nah, thinking that way, I guess I'm basic though. I just want a girl, keep it straight up with no braces, And you don't want them bacon, cause I've been paying you attention checks, checking you out. Cause you been steady in my head just like a favorite song. And you can sing like Adele, and that's the reason I know we could work this out. We could work this. I'm only putting on a tough act cause you wanna close the curtains. Said you love me for the first time, then you turn around and hurt me. Got me thinking deep down, you ain't feel it past the surface. But all of me thinks no wolf lost in his thoughts, caught in his ways, trying to escape, but locked in a box. Locked in a box. Locked in a box. So who am I doing this for? Who am I pleasing now? I've been speaking in empty rooms, but still I scream and shout. It's not that I'm keeping it in, it's just I keep you out. I'm sitting here at rock bottom, sipping something brown. Lady, only time I'm seeing light is when the sun is down. Now everybody got their problems and struggles, but to be honest, it's like my entire life is sitting underground. And this is about the 7th time I done dug it out. It's some angels wanna cuss me out. Said I threw my life away, I'm finna struggle. Never staying on a budget like in Vegas with a couple thousand. I'ma spend it. I'ma blow
guys. I am cheesing. I cannot stop cheesing. Y'all, first of all, take a break, go get some water, because that fire that I just dropped on y'all, just go get some water, get something to cool yourself off. And once you come back, drop the fire emojis. Drop the fire emojis in the chat. I want to see the chat lit up with fire emojis. Let's try to match the heat that we just heard. Y'all, I am smiling from ear to ear. I know y'all are ready for who we have backstage. I'm gonna give y'all a moment. Cool yourself down. Cool yourself down. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. So now, without further ado, I'm going to bring the Big YL to the front of the stage for you guys to get to know. Let's go.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Listen, I'm pretty sure that there are going to be so many fire emojis for that heat. I'm telling you. I am telling you. It's going to be lit up, okay? So, without further ado, we're going to start the interview, and the first question is for those outside of what I just told everybody, outside of the fire that I just dropped on them. I can't stop cheesing. For those who don't know who you are, can you give your signature introduction of yourself and tell us where your name originated from?
Absolutely. So I go by DABIGYL. I'm a producer, composer, rapper, singer, artist, trumpet player. I have my hand in a lot of different things musically. But ultimately, I just like to create music and bring things into existence and tell stories. As far as my name, it was a friend of mine back in high school. He's actually an artist as well. He goes by Midnight Jules. But he came up with the name as a joke because we had like an anime rap group that we were going to form. And he was like, my name is Will, spelled WYL. And he was like, okay, the Big YL, that's your name. And at first it was a joke, but I stuck with it. And I kind of like it now. And I like that whenever people see it, not everybody knows how to say it. So, kind of like with black, or some people are like six slack.
Yeah.
I like that it's a little bit ambiguous.
Yes, that is really good. And I love that you said you love telling. You're a storyteller. That is amazing. I do a lot of that on this channel myself, but I'm not like a musician or anything, but I definitely love that. And the next question is for the audience: what area do you reside in and make music in?
Yeah, so right now I've lived in Georgia my entire life. I grew up in a small town called Grayson. When I went to college, I went to Kennesaw State. I lived in Kennesaw, and I've kind of settled here in Woodstock, Georgia now.
Okay.
I'm in a band. I'm living with my bandmates, and I'm in our studio right now. So we make music right out of the house.
That's so amazing. How is that? Like, this is off the radar. How is that living with your band?
It's
Sorry, is it like random music sessions?
It kind of is. We all have our own setup in our bedroom, and then occasionally someone will walk down to the studio and plug in, and then we'll hear the bass through the wall. We'll just be like, "Oh, what are you up to?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're just cooking something." May just cook dinner. The kitchen's right next door, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool. You answered that question. I asked, did you start in this area or did you relocate? You kind of home based here in Georgia. Okay. The next question is, who do you make music for? Who is your intended audience?
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to answer that because I feel like I don't really aim at anybody in particular. I just kind of really enjoy creating music, and I don't know. I feel like there's a wide range of people. There's some songs over here that this group might like, and then some songs over here that this group might like. But I feel like I make music that's slightly more complex than what you might hear on the radio. And for people that enjoy that, I think, you might find a song that you don't hate in my discography or something. So
yeah, it's kind of like a thing where your tribe will find you. I totally love that. Like the people who are meant to hear it are going to hear it. Being me, like me, I heard it. I liked it. So I'm
Yeah.
one. Do you have a special name for your people that follow your music, your fans?
Not yet, because I want one of the fans to come up with it. I don't want to be the one to decide what the name is.
I'm gonna have a corny
Kind of like
name.
how my was when my friend came up with it, you know?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna have a corny name before this interview is done. Definitely a fan. And with that, we are going to go into our first. Hold on. We're going to go into our first game. I told you the music is so corny.
No, it's cool. I like music.
So the first game, tradition kind of with these interviews, is this or that. I'm going to give you two options. You got to choose one, and you're going to tell us why.
Okay.
So the first one is a music related question. How familiar are you with Mesego? I don't know if I pronounce his name right. Is it Mesego or Mesego?
I think
Mesego.
it's
Is I say Mesego. Thank God. Woo. Okay. Mesego, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Little Wayne, right?
correct.
So, would you choose to listen to Masego's saxophone playing, or would you choose to listen to Lil Wayne's guitar playing? Which one?
I've only heard Lil Wayne play guitar one time, and I did not enjoy it. So I'm gonna have to go with Masego on this one. He's a very talented musician.
Absolutely, I love Masego. I was gonna choose him as well.
Yeah.
I think I heard Lil Wayne on that one song. What was the song? I don't know. I can't remember. It was that video where he had the whatever. Anyway, I heard him one time too.
Yeah.
The next question is a random question, but I also have pictures to give you a visual and give everybody in the chat. As a matter of fact, everybody that's catching this interview, comment which one you would choose. You guys play along with us. So the question is a Tyler Perry / hair question.
Okay.
Would you choose the Tyler Perry straight back cornrows? Here's a picture.
Okay.
Or the Lucius Lyons dreads from Empire? Here's a picture.
Okay.
To wear, and that is your hairstyle to wear forever.
Forever. Oh man. I'm gonna have to go with the Tyler Perry cornrows because it seems like it's just less to deal with. You know, like the braids are all over the place. You know, I've never had hair that like moves when I move my head, so I kind of like it. Kind of sticks in place. You know.
Yes, that is hilarious. I definitely would not choose those Lucius Lyon dreads because it will be hot in the summertime, and I do not want to sweat. Which one would you guys choose? Please don't choose Lucius Lyons. That's all I ask. So the next question is a music question. Would you choose? How familiar are you with the Instagram versus battles?
Not too familiar. Oh wait, when they they play existing songs against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
So different artists there against each other with the song. So would you choose to battle on an Instagram versus battle with Tank, the singer, or Jamie Foxx? Those are some heavy hitters.
I say Jamie Foxx only because I think it would be extremely entertaining. He's such a great entertainer. I'm gonna lose either way. I might as well, have a fun time while it's happening.
That's a good way to put it. I didn't think of it that way. I just was like, Jamie Foxx is so multifaceted. I'm like, look, listen, I would lose either way, but maybe I have a fighting chance, not really, with Tank because Jamie Foxx is going to make it super entertaining.
Yeah.
Regardless. So I chose Tank.
Yeah.
Which one would you guys choose? Comment below. Comment below. Let's see. The next question is, would you, because I know you play instruments, you mentioned it earlier, and I think we're going to elaborate on it a little bit later, but would you choose to only play a piano for every song you ever make from this point on, or a guitar?
Whew. Piano or guitar? I tried guitar, and I do enjoy playing bass, but I didn't like playing like electric or acoustic, so I'd probably have to go with piano.
Okay.
Probably
I said all because I have an acoustic guitar, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that was like just I like piano, and I think or what is keyboard an option? Because with keyboard you have all the different piano sounds, you know.
Yeah, keyboarding can be an option, so you would choose
Yeah,
keyboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my little 2 cents, I learned keyboard as a child. I don't know how to play anymore. Just a random fact about me. But I also was teaching myself guitar before COVID. And then I know you got to learn like the exact way to play. I literally play by ear. Fun fact, I learned that my dad know how to play the guitar after 31 years. I'm like, wow, I'm blown away. No wonder I have these talents. But I chose the acoustic guitar. That's why I was like, ah, because I love the way it sounds. And I was teaching myself. I don't know how to play it. It has dust on it now, but that is my choice.
Sound of acoustic guitar. I don't enjoy playing it.
Yeah, it's a struggle, especially being left-handed too. So I have to learn everything backwards. So
yeah.
Well,
Jimi Hendrix did it.
Okay. So the next question is, every time. So this is a crazy one. So think about you moving around. We walk to get wherever we need to go. Would you choose to, every time you move, you have to do jumping jacks everywhere you go? You're going down the stairs. If you live in an apartment, you got to do jumping jacks everywhere. Walking to the car. Or would you choose the hula hoop to your destination everywhere that you go?
That's a hard one. I think, I don't know. That's a hard one. I think I would choose the jumping jacks because I think it's easier to have room to go up and down places than to have like this huge circle around you. Like imagine trying to get in the car while you're like swinging your hips. You know, I'll choose jumping jacks.
That makes sense. I said no on the jumping jacks because of cardio. Like, no. But see, I didn't think about getting in the car. I was like, okay, if you're walking down the stairs, you can, I didn't say you had to have it around your waist. So like I can put it around my arm. And I think I'm cheating, but put it around my arm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I chose the hula hoop, but now that I think about getting in the car, I don't know, maybe jumping jacks.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is, would you rather compete on American Idol or America's Got Talent? And why?
I would say America's Got Talent because I think American Idol is pretty heavily focused on singers. And I don't really want to compete as a singer, because there's a bunch of singers, but there's not necessarily a bunch of people who can sing and can rap and also play trumpet. So I go on Got Talent and I do all those three things. That maybe I can compete there.
I think that was a given for you. I didn't even think about that when I put it together. I'm like, yeah, you are talented in all different areas. So that is your fit. I would choose American Idol. Although Simon Cowell would probably destroy me, I would definitely choose American Idol.
Yeah.
The next one is, a music related question. Would you rather listen to the same song on repeat all day or not be able to skip a track on a record? The same song all day or having to listen to every song and not being able to skip?
I think I would listen to every song.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I enjoy pretty much most me. I mean, any genre you listen to, there's like the good of that genre and the bad of that genre. Um, but I think I would just get so tired of that one song. Even my favorite songs, when it's like it just came out and I'm like, this is my favorite song right now. I listen to it like 5 times and I have to put it away to make sure I don't get tired of it too quick. So I would just listen to every song. I've been trying to do that anyway, so I can kind of like open my mind up to other kinds of music too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It definitely sucks when you have a song on loop in your head all the time. And like on top of that, you're listening to no. I would much rather listen to all the tracks as well.
Yeah.
The next question is a random one. Would you would you rather explore outer space, deep space, or explore the deep sea?
Outer space for sure.
Why?
I've always had a huge fascination with space, and just like what's out there. I don't know. It just seems. I mean, the ocean's cool. I mean, we don't know much about the ocean, so there's probably stuff down there that would be just as exciting. But just the stars and planets and floating around with no gravity, that seems really cool to me. So that's what I would go with. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would choose outer space as well, but my reasoning is not as solid as yours. It's because I literally just watched a whale video the other day, and that whale looked pretty scary. I don't know what kind of whale it was, but I was like, nah, I can't be hanging out with some animals that look like that. I would, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, I don't know what's up there either, but I definitely do not want to be submerged in water with something that looks like that whale at all.
Yeah. And plus the pressure down there, even if you have the like the scuba gear, it's like you have to pause every so often, or your blood. I don't know what it is, but I don't know.
Definitely.
Deep, not for me.
The next question is: would you rather? It's a random question. Would you rather buy a beach house on the water or a cozy cabin on the mountain?
Right now, the answer is a cabin in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
There are definitely times in my life where my answer would have been house on the beach, but right now, cozy cabin for sure.
Yeah, I would choose a beach house on the water. I got a story about that too. I've been to cabins in the mountains here in Memphis. Well, not in Memphis, but in Tennessee. Gatlinburg. I just think about when the bears come out of hibernation. Don't want to stumble up on a bear. Don't want to do it. The beach house, I'm like, yeah, I have gotten the traveling bug and I have wanted to be on beaches all summer. So definitely would buy a beach house.
Yeah. I can respect that. I can respect that.
Yeah. And with that, that was our first Okay. Now we're going to our second round of questions. Are you ready?
All right. I am ready, yeah.
Okay. How old were you when you realized that music was life?
So I think when I decided that for sure music was what I wanted to do, I was 14. Like as a career. Yeah. Before that, I think when I decided that like, yeah, no matter what, I'm always going to do music was probably when I was 11 or 12. Whenever I started band in middle school, after that first year, I knew for sure, like, yeah, this is where my passion is. But 14, right when I entered high school, that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out a way to like make this my job. So, probably, yeah, so 14.
What was the name of your band?
It was just the school band.
Okay.
Yeah, just band class.
So I never was in the band, but I knew band kids, so I hung out with them. Oh, I loved hanging out with band kids. I loved it. It's a whole new world outside of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who gives you motivation who gives you motivation to keep pushing?
I mean, I'm kind of motivated, or I try to be motivated by everyone around me. I guess I don't want to say I've struggled with like enthusiasm for music, but I think my love is sitting at the keyboard and making a beat and writing the song, recording. But like, I don't necessarily have a love for, social media or like the business side of things. And so as far as like being creative, nobody needs to motivate me, but the other stuff, I kind of have to like look at those around me, see how hard they're working, and be like, okay, if I really want this, there's 10 other people down the street that want it just as bad as me, and I got to work hard so that I'm not, drowned out in the sea of people that want the same thing that I want. But as far as specific people, right now I'm really inspired by. Have you heard of La Russell from California?
I have not. I don't have to check it out.
He's an extremely dope rapper. And he's independent, and he's kind of on the same thing like Russ was, but he's also like, he built a platform for him to perform in his backyard. And so he's in control of all of his like shows. He sells the tickets himself. He has like membership cards and everything.
Wow.
And he has like a restaurant that's like pay what you want. So if you just don't have it that week or that month, okay, pay a couple dollars, get your meal free. And then if you do have it, you can drop $50 for a side of fries. So he wants some really cool stuff like that. And that inspires me a lot.
That's so cool. I'm gonna have to check him out. I'm gonna have to check him out for sure. So this is the part where I ask you, what were you thinking when you wrote these lyrics?
Okay.
I've checked out a few of your songs outside of what caught my ear originally was Lone Wolf. I was like, whoa, when I read your caption that you did all of the instruments, I'm like, whoa, hold on, what? And it's fire. But I also got a chance to check out a few of your older songs like Centipede. I played there earlier. It's like a year ago that you had that one. This thing, which is 2 years old, you got some dope music. Okay, let me tell you that before I even continue. And also, you guys, I have the bar strolling below. This is where to find him on YouTube and Instagram. It's down below, spelled DABIGYL. Y'all check him out for sure. So I also checked out Left Hand, which you released last June, and Lone Wolf, of course, which caught my ear. See, I did some research. And I was thoroughly impressed. So normally I just go into reading lyrics from your songs, but I felt like this song wouldn't do it justice if I read the lyrics without showing a video clip. So I definitely am going to show a video clip, and I'm going to read the lyrics for those who are not listening to what you were saying, just so it's clear to them how fire you are. And I'm going to ask you, what were you thinking? So here's the video clip. This is from Pulling Away.
Okay.
Yo, you been missing since like 6 o'clock. How you disappeared and call me clinky cause I hit you up. Girl, you had me scared. You know how these folks be tripping now. Thought you might be dead. Why you messing with my peace of mind? Act like it's a game, huh? You been messing up, so why I feel ashamed, huh? This like groupie love, all about the fame, huh?
I was like, what? Look, first of all, I almost got out of this chair just now. Like, I've never done that before. I'm like, no, they got to hear this. They got to hear this. And y'all, before I even ask the question, drop the fire emojis in the chat. I know y'all heard what I heard, right? So the lyrics are, where you been? It's like 3 a.m. You've been missing since like 6 o'clock. How you disappeared and called me clingy because I hit you up. Girl, you had me scared. You know these folks be tripping now. What were you thinking? What were you thinking when you wrote this song?
So that, honestly, that was based on a real situation. I won't get into too many details, but that was based on a real situation. And that's not exactly how it happened, but you know, when I was writing the song, that's kind of the energy I was pulling from, of like, you know, you care about someone and you're trying to be there for them in ways that they don't necessarily want you to be there. And so, I mean, I'm sure from that person's perspective, it really did feel like, yo, you need to back off, give me some space. But from my perspective, it was like, I'm just trying to make sure, you know, like, I care about your well-being. I want to make sure you're safe. You know, that's kind of where my head was when I was writing those lyrics.
Yes, it's good that you can step outside of it and see it from both perspectives. But I definitely feel like it's so relatable, because who has not been there? So many people have been there. I know I did. I was like, oh, wow, look, what? This is fire. I halfway want to play again, but I'm not. But definitely fire, y'all. Check him out. That's just a snippet of the song. Check him out. The next song I have is Lonely Days. The lyrics are, I got my heart broken the other day. Look what it costs to give my love away. They always promise things will never change. I end up begging them to stay. What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Oh, man. See, the funny thing is, a lot of these I wrote like, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, and I just didn't have the vocal ability to bring it to life at the time, so they kind of sat for a while.
Yes.
But yeah, that one, I don't even remember the specific scenario I was writing about. I think I was just lonely, and I wanted to figure out a way to paint that musically, and that's what came out.
So I shook my head like this when you was like, you didn't have the vocal ability, because I'm like, wait, first of all your songs are fire. This one was fire too. What are you talking about? But yes. And again, it's relatable. That's why I chose this one. I'm like, wow, like, it's so relatable. I was checking you. I'm like, look, listen, this is going to be on repeat. I'm going to be playing these while I'm cruising in the car. Y'all drop the fire emojis and check out Lonely Days as well. If you haven't already, paused this video and went to his page, because I know I would have. But on to the next question. What do you do to get into the zone before you start composing or creating?
So I've been making beats since I was about 12. So the process has evolved quite a bit. I think it used to be a lot of like, I used to listen to a ton of music, and I would kind of figure out like, oh, I like the way they did the hi-hats, or I like the way they did the bass line, or like, I like the rhythm of the chords that they used. And then I would find ways to take that and just put it into my music. But now I feel like I've reached a place where I kind of just have tools to use. So whenever I sit at the keyboard, whatever I want to say with the music, I kind of know a way to accomplish that. So it's really not like stepping into the zone anymore. It's just kind of like, do I have the emotional energy to, like, you know, draw on feelings and emotions that might not be positive, and kind of put that on the canvas. So that's really, if I'm really trying to get in the zone and I'm not, then I just kind of have to relax and let it come to me. There's really no forcing it. If right now is not the time to write these lyrics, then I won't try to force it at all. That's kind of where you end up with like writer's block and things like that. So I let it come to me. That's really where I am right now.
Yes, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that's literally a true artist, okay? He literally just described what a true freaking artist is, and I'm just like blown away. I'm blown away. It's I'm not like musically inclined. I don't create the beats and all of that stuff. I try to sing on my channel though. Everybody knows. But I definitely have to make sure I'm feeling it before I start, because if I'm not feeling it, I'm like, you know what? I can do without a few videos for some days or some weeks or some months. I will easily step away until I'm feeling it again. And yeah, you go with how you feeling. If you're not feeling it, and I'm like, you can read across my face, my emotions. So I'm like, nope, I'm not going to get on and be, not be myself. So I would much rather take a step back and then come back when I'm passionate about whatever I'm about to record. So totally get it. Totally get it. What was running through your minds when you composed Lone Wolf? Because this is what caught my attention, and the instrumentals were crazy. Okay.
So Lone Wolf is another one of those. I actually wrote that. I want to say it was 2020, and this is when I was still in school, and it's kind of a deep story behind that one. I did not graduate from college. I left because it wasn't for me, but it took me some years to kind of like, I guess, accept the fact that it wasn't for me. And I want to say it was like 2:30 a.m. I had been up all day. I had work the next day. I had to be there at 8:45, and I was sitting on the floor of like this tiny room apartment that I had, and I kept like asking myself, like, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? And then I just kind of like made poetry out of it. I used to write poetry like late at night and just kind of put words together. And I was like, so this could actually be a song. So then over the next few weeks, I got the piano chords and the 808 and then the hi-hats and the beat, and the song was completely written, sat for 2 years. And then earlier this year, I kind of went back and revisited, and that's when I finally recorded the vocals, and that's when I added the trumpet in, and I feel like that kind of just brought it to life.
Yes, it did bring it to life. Okay. It caught my ear, and you said something that resonated with me. So I'm one that went through with college, but I got to a point in my career where I'm like, why did I do this? Because it's like, what I went to school for, do I really want to do this now? So I would say in the beginning, I tried to follow friends to college. All of my friends with them, like, I don't want to be the oddball out. Let me go because they went. And I dropped out for a few years in the beginning, but I also pushed all the way through. And I have sat at a point like, what did I go to school for? Did I do what I'm going to be doing for my life, the rest of my life? And so I definitely can relate to that. But I just had to highlight Lone Wolf because I was like, look, come on, saxophone. So with that, we're going into another game. Okay, you ready?
I am.
Okay. So this one is, I love this game. It is Finish the Lyrics. I am going to sing or try to. Don't judge me. Don't judge my vocals. I'm going to try. And I want you to finish the lyrics. How are you familiar with a wide range of music?
I am, but also I'm not at the same time.
Okay.
I know a lot of songs. I don't know if I'll be able to finish all the lyrics.
It's some older songs, like let's say early 2000s. Are you?
A little bit. We'll see what you got.
Okay, we're gonna try. I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna try to work with you. The first one is a hip hop song.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Lil Boosie?
No.
Oh no. Okay, it was a Wipe Me Down song.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay, let's try. Let's do the next one. This one is Are you familiar with Alicia Keys?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to sing. Okay, so all I know is everything's gonna be all right. And no, no,
No
no.
one, no one. No, what is
I'll
it?
give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Can get in the way of what I'm feeling. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, how? Let's see. The next one is, how familiar are you with Young Jock?
Not very familiar.
Okay. What about, what's his name? The American Dream. The Dream.
The Dream.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Okay, we're gonna try this. Shawty rock to the beat for your boy. Shawty, do it. Shawty right there is a 10. Hey, a 10. You never heard that song?
No.
Aww.
Well, I was raised on gospel, so anything before like 2008, all I know is gospel.
Got you. Let's switch it up. Let me see. Old Baptist gospel, or like what kind of gospel?
Like the contemporary, Kirk Franklin, Ruben Studdard.
Okay, got you. Gotcha. One second. Friends, we are going to go on a quick break. We will be right back. You guys, hold on one moment. And you guys, take a water break. Take a water break. Okay, you guys, we are back. We are back. So, gotcha. You said Kirk Franklin, right? So,
Yeah.
let's see if we can finish these lyrics.
Okay.
My voice is shaky, but here we go. Every time I look back, and every time I think back of all the stuff I've been through, I prayed through, I cried through, and then I found you. You know that you keep on looking out for me. Dun, 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 dun. That's Kirk Franklin. That's Kirk Franklin.
I do not know that song.
Oh my goodness. Which Kirk? Oh, okay. New Kirk Franklin or old Kirk Franklin? Because that's old Kirk Franklin, 90s Kirk Franklin.
I would say like 2000 Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the songs that I know, it's such a weird, just weird. It's a weird pattern of I know a little bit of gospel, I know a little bit of pop, some hip hop, some rap, but it's like there's no where I just know a lot of it.
What's your favorite song of Kirk Franklin, or any gospel song?
Ooh, I like Smile by Kirk Franklin.
Okay. Smile. Remind me of how that goes. I smile, even though it hurts me, I smile.
Yeah.
Some. I know this song.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's another one that you like? We impromptu. We got
okay.
this.
Yeah.
We just gonna sing. It's a singing session. If y'all know these songs, sing them in the chat below. Sing them in the chat below. I know y'all do. I do worship Wednesdays on my channel, so I know they know these songs.
Melodies from Heaven. Was that Kirk Franklin?
That is Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
The deep voice, that melodies from heaven.
Yeah.
Rain down on me.
And
Fill
then
me
a
with
little
your
break.
precious holy. Go ahead. Huh?
Oh, the little breakdown on the end where the chorus is just rain.
Rain. Rain down on me. On me. Look, listen. Struggle notes, but we get there. You get the gist. Okay. What's another one? What's another good one? We doing some acapella in here. Acapella, which my subscribers definitely know. Acapella, we do it. We do it all the time.
Let's see, Kirk Franklin. What You're Looking For? I think that was 90s.
Okay. I don't know if I know that one. Let me see.
Or Stomp. Stomp is a classic.
Oh yeah, it is. But I can't remember how it goes. How does it go?
Stomp. All my people say stomp. All my friends say stomp. Something like that. I can't remember the verses though.
Okay, hold on. We about to pull it up right now. What's that? Lately, I've been going through some things that really got me. How does it go?
Which one?
The stomp. This is. That's it. I just gotta get the. Hold on. I just gotta get it. That's it. Lately, okay, there you go. Lately, I've been going.
Yeah.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it.
Lately, I've been going through some things that really got me down.
Yep. Y'all know I know these songs when I be singing, but on the spot, you guys, look, it's different when you're on the spot. But definitely, we do worship Wednesdays on my channel. We be turned up. We go up for God. So definitely, yep. And you guys, again, put Music is Life hashtag in the chat. Music is Life hashtag in the chat. Yep. And with that, we're done with this impromptu game time / karaoke / guess that song. Okay. You ready for the next round of questions?
I am.
Okay. The next question is, can you give us a snippet or a sample of your talents?
Sure. Let me see. I'll pull up some lyrics. This is a song that I just wrote, actually, with my band probably about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't named the song yet. It's just a verse, but it goes like this.
Okay.
Finally, really living in a vision, getting bigger. See it even clearer than the mess that's in the mirror. Woke up to a mission, grabbed the wheel so I could steer it, but struggle with depression, so sometimes I'm disappearing. Just a little squadron. It was days we were all getting crossed up. I ain't gonna say that now we balling, but we bossed up. Musical commotion out mi casa. How we push the pen, we finna put 1,000 shots up. Watch us, adding to the pile. We've been at it for a while with some pride behind a smile like Mufasa. But lion's not as loud, and our driver's putting about 150,000 miles on a Mazda. Look, if for now it's just droplets, our produce getting good, so it's finna flood markets. Keep the music raw, it's no honor and spotless. Wait until we tour, cause I'm sure you gonna spot us. That's all you get for now. But yeah.
Yes, look at it. That is so good. I always wonder how artists put, like, how do you know when to, make your voice go up, make your voice go down? I would be monotone all the way through, like, That is so good.
Thank you.
So good. Y'all drop the fire emojis. Drop the fire emojis. He was ready on the spot, y'all. So The next, I'm cheesing so hard. Listen, you are dope. You were so dope.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. The next question is, what role has God and prayer played on your journey? I know you talked about being brought up in the church. So
Yeah, I mean, from gospel music was probably the kind of like the baseline for me as far as like what felt like music. You know how everybody, like, even people that like all music, there's like one or
mm-hmm.
two genres that are really like kind of home base. Whenever I listen to any kind of gospel music, like from like late 90s, early 2000s, there's like all this nostalgia there.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of also set the stage for like the types of things that I say in music. You know, I'm trying to provide that cathartic experience so that people can be like, wow, I feel that. And I feel a little bit better because I know I'm not alone in having felt that way whenever I felt it, you know? But I've been in church all through growing up. You know, I had my mom who was always putting like mantras like, you know, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, and, you know, stuff like that, where it's like, even when I was at low points in my life, there was always a higher power to lean on, so that I
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel like alone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then from a creative perspective, you know, I feel like I've kind of grown out of that thing where it's like, well, I have all these ideas and I'm like the greatest artist ever, and I'm like a musical genius. You know, I, now I'm kind of like, I'm more of just like, I have the ability to take what, you know, take a bigger message and turn it into like a song or a lyric or a melody or chords, whatever. And so, you know, creatively, it's just like I'm trying to be a vessel to be
Mm-hmm.
spoken through. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but
Oh, that definitely did. And you just, that resonated with me too. Originally, when I started my YouTube, it was like seeing other big YouTubers getting dolled up and doing all this extra stuff for the camera. And so I was doing that. And then I had to take a step back and have a mirror placed in front of me of who I really am. And so I came out and I was like, God, don't let me put out what you don't want me to put out. And don't let, it's none of me, all of you. So I always say something small that I say might resonate with you or stick with you, but that's all you need is a mustard seed. So I had to take a step back and make sure that I'm allowing God to speak through me, whatever I'm putting out on this YouTube. So I definitely, yeah. We
yeah,
here.
yeah. And you
um
can, I feel like I can tell too, like whenever my ego is in it too much,
mm-hmm.
it's never the same. It
Mm-hmm.
always like I'll listen back and be like, nah, it's not really, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the times when I choose not to record. If I feel like I'm doing it for myself, and like the worship Wednesdays I was talking about, and then when I do like some music Saturdays, I love singing even though I'm not like a good singer, but yet I don't want to speak negativity out here, but
yeah,
yeah, I definitely get it. Like when your ego is in the way, you totally feel it, and I think other people can see it or sense it too, especially if you like you're spiritually connected to God and others are spiritually connected. They can look and be like, look, you got a whole mask on, take the mask off. Okay, there she is, there he is. So
yeah.
I definitely understand. So the next question is, have you had times where you had to completely rely on God or prayer to get through a project or to draw inspiration from?
Um, I, I, I mean, thinking back, I think it always it always has been where I needed to be a vessel, and I think the times where I struggled with finding the words to say, or struggled with like, I guess, saying things that, you know, I go back and listen to it and just didn't feel like me, was when I was trying to be like DABIGYL, speaking as DABIGYL as like, this big figure, this super important person. And I think I kind of got lost in the answer, but like, I guess I'm
So,
trying to say like I always am leaning on that. And when I'm not, I can feel that I'm kind of straying. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
You walking in it. You walking in it, so you don't have to go back. That's smart. That's definitely smart. The next question is, what upcoming projects do you have, and what is your favorite song off that project if you've already started working on them?
Yeah. So I got a couple projects coming up. Well, I have a lot of projects coming up, but there's two in particular that I'm really excited about. There's one called Colors of the Sunset, and then there's one called Thrillist.
Okay.
Both of these have been years in the making. Colors of the Sunset is like pop R&B ballads. Like the idea is it's a bunch of songs that like if you go out to a campfire with just a guitar and a bunch of singers, you can do the song justice and not feel like you're missing anything, So that one, I'm hoping to drop that sometime later this year, probably like fall, winter, around that time. I have Thrillist. Now, Thrillist, I want Thrillist to be like, the best way I can describe it is like carnival hip hop. And I know that sounds like, what is he talking about? You would have to hear the songs to understand. But it's like a specific style of like beats that I kind of made at one point, and I was like, actually, I feel like this could be like a cool thing to kind of dive down that rabbit hole. And so it's more like it's a wild side, kind of inspired by Travis Scott's what was it called? I'm blanking. The project he had where it was like the amusement park.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm referring to?
I don't. I know who Travis Scott is, but
Astro World, that was the album.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I mean, if he has his theme park, I can make Thrillist, and that could be one of those things that I have 4 or 5 volumes throughout my career. People know, like, if I want, carnival, whimsical hip hop with like some pretty dope rap, I can go to the Thrillist album, and that one, hopefully by next summer, I'll have that one done.
Yep. One thing that I really like about you is the fact that you will write one thing and then you let it sit. Like when things, kind of like food, when they let it age, like the cheese and the wine or whatever, but then it tastes better with time. Like you just let it sit and simmer for a little bit, and then you come back like, hey, like you said, you weren't feeling the beat to one of the songs, and you're like, oh wait, I actually can do something with that. I definitely like that, because most times when I come back on something that I've lost or written down and put aside, I'm like, hey, that's actually a good idea. Let me work with that right now. So that's really, really good that you do that. And before I ask this last question or just give this last statement, y'all can tell that he's a solid artist. He's really good. He's rooted in God. I know a lot of my followers can appreciate that, and it makes sense. It's not nonsense, mumble, anything. He is super talented. He plays multiple instruments. If you haven't already, please follow him on all social media platforms. I will be posting him on my community tab for you guys to find the Big YL. I will be posting him on my community tab. Y'all show him some love on his YouTube page as well as his Instagram. The last thing that I want to ask is, even though I've already said it, where can people find you in these social media streets? And it's strolling across on the banner, but I will give you the respect to tell people where they can find you in these social media streets.
Absolutely. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. TikTok for however long that lasts. I think they're about to ban it, but it's just under DABIGYL. It's DABIGYL on everything. And as far as streaming, any streaming service that you use, I'll be there. So yeah.
Yes, he's on Apple Music. I listen to him on there for sure. You guys, if you got Apple Music, I'm excited because I just got my Apple. Like, I'm getting used to Apple everything. So yeah, okay. The next thing that I want to do you have any shout outs or any signature send-offs that you do for your people who listen to your music, your fans, or who you perform for?
Yeah, I do want to shout out a couple people. I mentioned my friend that came up with the Big YL, Midnight Jules. He's coming out with some dope stuff. I have a lot of the friends in my band. They don't yet have their own like solo stuff out, but we identify as Oeda O3DA. We do have an Instagram page, even though it's not super active. And yeah, I want to shout out anybody who might be watching that knows me, has met me. Thank you for the support, and I'm pleasure knowing you.
Yes, and I'm going to probably message you on Instagram. We're gonna get that page active, okay? I'm all about getting it out there. It's some dope music, and a lot of my subscribers, my YouTube family, love music. They love music. They rock with me, and if I tell them, I never put anything on them that I wouldn't listen to. So y'all, you're gonna get some activity on that page. Trust me. And so I hope you guys enjoyed listening. For those who are tuning in late, we're gonna play some more of his songs and we're gonna wrap this thing up. But I want to go ahead and give my shout outs as well. I want to thank you for coming, allowing me to interview you. I want to thank everybody who is tuned into my live chats. I know you guys are going to be active once this airs. I'm going to be chatting with you guys. Thank you all so much for all of the support you guys have been giving me thus far in growing my channel. I also want to give a special shout out to Minfoodie, my friend Minfoodie, her YouTube page. Go over there and spam Minfoodie and tell them that Drill Lachey sent you guys. She is not active on her YouTube. We're going to get some traffic to her page as well. She helps me with a lot of the background production on these interviews. And so I just want to give her flowers while I can. And you guys, without further ado, I am going to drop some more hot fire on y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.
It's YL, yeah. Yo, this one called Centipede. Some like rap or whatever, you know what I'm saying? A couple melodies or whatever. It's not major, but had to put my feelings all up in a rap. Yeah. Just trying to find love. Ooh. And I've been searching for a minute for a hit of that. Yeah. Just trying to find plugs. Ooh. It really is a drug when you in it. Yeah. Men are only dogs after a cat done left them bitten. Yeah. But really, what's the difference? What? It all go round and round. I may get lost for a while, but I hurry through depression and get right back to the Venice. Hold up. I'm searching for the soul I lost a while back. Midnight. Girl, you know that you was glowing way before you put your makeup on. Yeah. And I'm hoping you don't take it wrong, cause I ain't just a boy, you finna boy, you tryna take you home. Talking about how I'ma make you moan. Nah, thinking that way, I guess I'm basic though. I just want a girl, keep it straight up with no braces on. Braces on, and you don't want them vacant on. Cause I've been paying you attention checks, checking you out. Cause you been steady in my head just like a favorite song. And you can sing like Adele, and that's the reason I know we could work this out. We could work this. I'm only putting on a tough act cause you wanna close the curtains. Said you love me for the first time, then you turn around and hurt me. Got me thinking deep down, you ain't feel it past the surface. But what all of me think. No wolf lost in his thoughts, caught in his ways, trying to escape, but locked in a box. Locked in a box. Locked in a box. So who am I doing this for? Who am I pleasing now? I've been speaking to empty rooms, but still I scream and shout. It's not that I'm keeping it in, it's just I keep you out. I'm sitting here at rock bottom, sipping something brown. They the only time I'm seeing light is when the sun is down. And everybody got their problems and struggles, but to be honest, it's like my entire life is sitting underground. And this is about the 7th time I done dug it out. It's some angels wanna cuss me out. Said I threw my life away, I'm finna struggle. Never staying on a budget like in Vegas with a couple thousand. I'ma spend it, I'ma blow away. Make a million, yeah. Ooh, it's like 3 a.m. You've been missing since like 6 o'clock. How you disappeared and call me Clinky cause I hit you up. Girl, you had me scared. You know how these folks be tripping now. Thought you might be dead. Why you messing with my peace of mind? Act like it's a game, huh? You been messing up, so why I feel ashamed?